Is the Leatherman Arc the best multi-tool from Leatherman, and is it worth $250? Let's break all that down in this video. So this is the Leatherman Arc. It's the first multi-tool with MagnaCut steel. It's made in the USA and it has a DLC coating, making it even more durable. It's got about 20 tools, 4 of which are immediately accessible. And the whole idea of this is it's kind of the culmination of a bunch of different Leatherman multi-tools. It just requires one hand to bring out any of these tools, which makes all the difference if, your other hand is preoccupied with something else, or, it's just much easier to do everything with one hand, and that's really where the Leatherman Arc shines. But really what makes this thing so expensive is that MagnaCut blade. This is the first multi-tool with a MagnaCut blade. I love how easy the blade is to access here. They've added a thumb screw on the blade, so it's a simple one-handed motion. What makes MagnaCut so special, it's just known for its extra durability, it's corrosion resistant, and also its edge retention as well. So this is a very capable knife here in this multi-tool. Much like the MagnaCut blade, there's 4 other tools that also require, it's just your dominant hand you can flip out really easily without having to push these tabs with your thumb. And that is the diamond and wood file, and also there's an edge file here as well. And we also have the scissors, which if you're left-hand dominant, then those are even more easily accessible. I love these scissors. This is great for cutting more simple things out in the field, cutting smaller ropes and things like that. And then to put the tool back, you just push the tab on the top there and it slides right back in. The last tool that is just immediately accessible with your thumb is the saw. So this is really great for camping and obviously cutting more simple things, and I'm definitely gonna get some use of that. Opening up the Leatherman, again, another thing that requires one hand. You kind of just push these apart, they're held together by magnets, and then pull it together, and then it secures itself. From there, you have a needle nose pliers, a full-size pliers, 2 different wire cutters at the bottom here, and an electric crimper in between the Leatherman in the center. And also I should mention that the hammer, this is called an impact hammer, this bottom piece. I guess if you're just hitting something with the entire Leatherman, that would come in handy. You're not going to be building a house with this as a hammer, but for a loose nail, it might just help. One problem that I've been seeing online, a lot of people complaining about those wire cutters and saying that they break. I've not cut anything serious with them just yet. They are replaceable, there's screws on them, so if they do crack or anything like that, they're fairly easy to replace. So from there, closing it back up to access the rest of the tools also require one hand. All I do is push the top tab with my thumb, and a bunch of them come out and I can pick which one I need. So starting with the pry tool and also the bottle opener, dual purpose here. But there's also a dedicated bit tool as well that I'm going to be using quite a bit. See what I did there? You could switch between Phillips and flathead, but the best part is it also comes with a bunch of different bits in this entire bit kit from Leatherman. So if you find yourself using one bit more than the other, then you could swap that out and have that be part of your everyday carry, or carry the entire bit kit, which fits quite nicely in the sheath that comes with the Leatherman Arc. From there, we have a can opener. This is also really helpful for camping, and it's also a nice hook as well. I don't really have that many cans, but when I do have cans, is there ever really a can opener that's readily available? Usually not, so. From there, we have a small bit driver. This again is also replaceable if it gets stripped or anything like that. This is good for like those little tiny screws that you find here and there, like eyeglasses and things like that. And then we also have the awl, and I wasn't sure where I was gonna use this. I find myself using it, honestly, if you don't really want to take out the MagnaCut blade in most circumstances, this is gonna get the job done, honestly, if I'm like opening a package and whatnot. Really, it's for all things. I don't know. It's for if you're putting a pilot hole in something and you just need to poke a slight hole, the awl is really good for that. The Arc comes with a little clip on the side to attach it to your pants or really whatever. It also comes with this fairly nice sheath, as they call it, and this has the bit driver, the bit kit in here as well. And then the whole thing kind of just fits in here, one nice system, and closes beautifully. So this is made in the USA. Don't really know where all the materials are from. I believe most or everything in this situation is made in the USA. However, Once you open up the sheath, you'll see a sticker that says made in China. The bit kit sheath as well is made in Vietnam. So that's kind of funny. It's like they went all the way with this thing making in the USA, but those last two details, not quite. So overall, what do I think of the Leatherman Arc? Honestly, it's been really nice to have. I've used it way more than I even thought I would, and the first day I got it, one of my friends was like saying that I was just gonna kind of move past it and leave it at home after a certain point, and it's really become very useful. And honestly, for other video people, if you're doing a lot of grip work, if you're someone who's just into EDC, if you're someone who's a mechanic, an electrician, really any sort of tradesperson, I think this would come in very good handy. So that brings us to our last question. Is the Leatherman Arc worth $250? And honestly, I don't really think so. Thankfully, I got it under $200. I got it on sale. And so I would look out for sales like that for that reason. It is worth probably in the range of $150 to $200-ish, and especially because of that MagnaCut steel. But for $250, it was $230, now it's up to $250. Who's to say where it will go from here? I think it's a very good multi-tool. It's very reliable, but $250 you can get probably two almost comparable Leathermans or other multi-tools out there on the market. But even if you were to spend $250 on the Leatherman Arc, I don't think that you're going to hate it at all, because it is a very impressive device, and I'm definitely gonna get a lot of use out of it this year. But let me know down in the comments, is this worth the $250 price tag for that first multi-tool with MagnaCut? And let me know any questions that you might have on the Leatherman Arc as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Matt, and I'll see you out there on the road.